A new film brings to screens the life of the first African-American priest in the U.S. and the obstacles he faced. Across is about Father Augustine Tolton and is directed by Chris Foley. Chris talked with us about Across. Chris, the story is about Father Augustine Tolton, but when he was a kid, he was just Gus. This is a story about one particular event in his life.
Yes, so we basically put together a short film about his childhood because he actually made an attempt to escape from slavery during the Civil War in 1863. And so we made a short film about that when he was about 9 years old. And we're trying to spin our short film into a feature about Father Tolton's full life.
He became the first African-American priest in the U.S., but that attempt to escape from slavery formed the kind of guy he became.
Yes, for sure, because, slavery itself, of course, set him up for the bigotry that he was going to face later. But his journey to escape from slavery as a kid showed him that he had to remain strong, he had to be courageous, and I think it was also just a lot about trust in God, because there were a lot of things that happened during his little journey that just seemed that they were guided by the hand of God.
It took a lot of faith to go through what he went through.
Yes, for sure, because they were not only being pursued by slave catchers, but because they were escaping during the Civil War, they had a run-in with some Confederate soldiers. And then the biggest obstacle was just the Mississippi River itself. Since they were escaping from Missouri to Illinois, they had to get across that huge body of water with, you'll see in the film, with just a one-oared rowboat.
This is a big story, but not told on a big budget.
That's right. So we're doing this as an independent film right now, and we're hoping to turn it into a little bit bigger budget movie when we make the feature. But most of the cast and crew were paid deferred pay, and we shot it here in Nashville, most of it, just kind of using the goodwill of cast and crew and a little bit of money that we had. And then we shot a little bit also in Missouri, the actual church where he was baptized, the actual land he was a slave on, and we filmed right on the Mississippi for a little bit where he actually escaped.
So you guys had to have some faith as well.
Yes, for sure. And it was interesting because the cast and crew was a mix. There were all types of Christians, Catholics. One of our actors is Eastern Orthodox, and a lot of people not necessarily people of faith who just found his journey incredible and just kind of like an iconic figure that, or could be an iconic figure. Most people have not heard of him in like the pre-civil rights history.
How might audiences of today relate to the story of Father Gus?
Well, I think for today, it's a super relevant story just because you see in our country the last 5 or 10 years a lot of racial turmoil, and it's kind of based on a you versus us or us versus them mentality. And he just didn't see things that way. Is like, be good to everyone. Everybody is a child of Christ, and we shouldn't be categorizing people that way.
The movie is Across, and you can learn more at acrossmovie.com, acrossmovie.com. Director Chris Foley, thanks for being with us.
It's an honor to be here. Thank you so much.
Paul Ladd reporting.